We have Racheal Kilgour on the KOOL 101.7 morning show this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? You look chipper.
Yeah, I'm so chipper.
Are you an early morning person? You can say no, and it's okay.
I don't know. It changes. Yes, today
A lot of people will say no and then go, but I listen to you. It's okay if you don't listen. It's okay. You know, I get the whole musician thing. Get me playing stuff like
I don't
that.
listen to any music. I just only make it.
So let's fill people in a little background on you. How long you been doing this?
Ooh, I've been singing my own stuff, performing for about 9 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Going on 10. It's exciting.
Nice.
Yeah.
Who got you into it?
That's also a good question. Well, I was I'm interested in music forever. I was a violinist originally.
Okay.
When I was young, I'm a Duluth native and went to Lowell Elementary School.
I went to Lowell.
Yes.
Did you go to the old Lowell?
No, I actually started at Lowell when they built the new building. They built the building like three doors away from where I lived, so I had to go there.
Yeah, but you went to the new one.
Yeah.
I went to the old one.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's all right.
I'm glad that I shaved my
It was
head
still
because
amusing.
all the gray hair would be coming out right now like crazy. So you went to
I had
Lowell.
some gray hairs. Yep, I went to Lowell, did lots of music there, but specifically was interested in the violin, and so played that all through high school, and also went to UMD for music education. Although I did not finish my degree because mid going to school there, decided that I wanted to be a singer-songwriter, and just kind of dropped everything to do that.
Okay, that's all right.
Yeah.
I went for a semester, and my grades were so bad. Hopefully my parents aren't listening to this. My grades were so bad that, they give you that little sheet of paper that says, we don't like you going here anymore.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know because I didn't get that.
My dad had talked me into going to school for advertising, and I wanted to do music. And I was doing music anyway. I was volunteering for all the music stuff, and the music director said, you either need to be a music major or get out of school and go do it. So I listened.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked being in school, but I had, I taught myself how to play the guitar when I was like 16 or 17 and played a little bit here and there at home. But I actually ended up, the reason I started actually writing my own songs was one summer in the middle of, I think I was like 19 or 20, I went to a camp in Michigan to work, and at that camp met a woman who is a singer-songwriter out in Boston, and I would say that watching her write songs for the summer and I played fiddle with her, and like we just played music every night, but watching her do that made me feel like, hey, I think I could maybe do that. And so I came home and started writing like crazy, and then after performing the first time was just like, I need to do that. That's what I need to do all the time.
So is there an artist that when you saw, you said, you know what, I can do that?
Oh, yeah, the woman
like
that I'm talking about is Katie Curtis. She's a singer-songwriter and has been playing for a long time. And it was a pretty cool experience because I was familiar with her work before I got out there, and then got to be friends with her, which was awesome and changed my life for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Here in Duluth also, I'm very good friends with Sarah Thompson, who is also an amazing singer-songwriter.
Very good.
And good influence.
Yes. Has there been an artist? I'm going to rephrase the question because I was looking for a different answer.
You're looking for like a bigger name,
was there a big artist that, and it doesn't have to be a huge artist, but was there an artist that you kind of always looked up to and became inspiration, or
well, I grew up listening to I grew up listening to 101.7.
Yeah.
But listen, when it was like the 50s and 60s all the time.
Okay.
So, I did a lot of that when I was younger and really liked all the music across the board. But I think I grew up on things like Simon and Garfunkel and Joni Mitchell, and
so the stuff we're playing now.
Yeah.
Nice.
And also have a pretty big activist background, so I grew up listening to like Pete Seeger protest music and stuff like that too. So there's influence from all over the land.
Pete Seeger was sneaky.
His
songs are so fun that you don't realize you're learning something or feeling something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He just had that way of presenting something.
He's a good guy.
He would sing a song about a chicken living on a farm, and you didn't realize that the chicken was a minority and it was about equality, and it's
right,
like, and then after the whole song was over, you're like, oh, he did it. He
Yeah.
did it.
It's true. He is good at that.
So now, do you play around the area quite a bit, or?
I do. I don't play in Duluth too often. I guess I try and I really like throwing bigger shows in Duluth and every once in a while instead of playing a regular gig. Although recently, I've gotten excited about doing house concerts, and that's fun. That's a fun way to
Tell me what a house concert is. I know it is, but
sure.
I'm sure there are people that don't know what house concerts are.
So it's the idea is that someone would host. They would invite me, as well as like 10 to 20 of their friends to come, and it's a house party you're throwing for your friends, except for you've brought me as your entertainment, and you don't have to do any work. And then I play them a concert while they sit in your living room, and maybe, I don't know, you have snacks or whatever you want to do. But then,
so it's not necessarily that people are sitting there and they have to sit there and stare at you and watch you, but you're the main entertainment, and people are kind of having a party.
Actually, I would expect them to sit there and stare at me.
If they wanted to get up,
yeah,
they could drink.
They could get up. But actually, that's one of the reasons I like house concerts more, because it's so intimate. It feels like people are getting to know me. It's like the host has brought me as this interesting person for them to both meet and to experience this art. And I think often playing in even coffee shops, but like bars or elsewhere, people aren't paying attention as much. And I really value in my music, writing is my most important thing. And I feel like
good way to try stuff, I would assume.
Right. Yeah. I really like having people listen to every word. And I know that there's, music is important for all sorts of different reasons. And there's plenty of musicians I listen to that are just like, this is fun. And I can talk over it, or I can dance, or I can, but I love having a captivated audience that's really paying attention to what I'm singing about. So I think having a really small, intimate circumstance like that, it's perfect.
Do you know there's a new service out called Stage It? And it's the same idea, only larger. So that you could hire like Sting to play at your house.
Nice.
And he does it from his house, and then you have it on your TV.
Oh, right.
But it's interactive. It's through the internet.
He can answer questions or do that is pretty cool.
It's kind of on a larger scale, which I thought was kind of
neat.
You
don't need to travel or fundraise for travel.
Exactly. It's like a house party for anybody. I mean, it could be for smaller artists, bigger artists, or whatever.
Yeah.
So
that's cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So now my next question is, where can we find your stuff?
Well, I have 2 full albums out and then a 3-song EP. The EP is only available online. So I do need to refill them, but Electric Fetus in Duluth will have them as soon as I get down there and bring some. Otherwise, I have them with me at all of my shows.
Okay.
And then lastly, they're available online. I do make less money if it's bought online. So I guess the number one way online to buy my music is through cdbaby.com. They give me the most money. Okay. Otherwise, it is available on iTunes and Bandcamp.
Okay.
Also, I'm on Pandora or, other things like that. So
right. Very cool. And of course, shameless plug, we'll give you another shameless plug later, but you do have a website, so if people want to hook up, they can just go to the website and find out all this.
Right. The website has lots of stuff on it.
What's the website address?
RachealKilgour.com. It's RachealKilgour.com.
And we'll have, of course, we'll have a link at KOOL101.7.com, but I always like to bring artists in. Part of it is for people to get to know you, because if you look at the talk shows, they don't talk to the artists anymore. They have them to play a song, and thanks a lot, that was a song, and they're gone.
Right, yeah.
You don't get to know them anymore, and that's what I liked about Dick Clark and all those other shows. They would bring them on, and they would tell me about yourself, where are you from, da-da-da-da, and you get to know them, and you're like, wow, that's cool. I got to know Quarter Flash. I don't know if you remember them. They were an 80s band, and it was a husband and wife team, and they had one hit song, and then they had another one, Harden My Heart, and Find Another Fool. And I would have known nothing about them had they not done that. And I was like, wow, now I know they're a husband and wife team, and they got discovered doing this. And I always like doing that, because sometimes people get interested in your music because they're interested in you, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
It adds more to the music, because now they know what drives the music and where the writing comes from and stuff like that.
And I think also a lot of people forget that we have artists in our own backyard. I mean,
You guys
especially
have
like
lives.
what, you 101.7, what you're listening. Okay, we're listening to Neil Diamond, but also there are,
Neil Diamond likes
Yeah.
cooking souffle. You know?
Yeah, yeah, and there's plenty of artists right here in Duluth that are playing on a regular basis for you to get to know that are.
Yep. And that's the other reason I do this is because it's so hard to get on the radio nowadays. And I understand that, radio is a money-making machine and I love radio, but it misses that cue. And so this is what I do to get people to know musicians in the area and stuff like that.
I like it.
Well, I'm glad you're on.
Me too.
Like I said, one of the reasons I bring you on is to hear your music. So what is the song you'll be doing for us?
I'm gonna play. I have a bunch of new songs and hoping to record a new album soon. So this is one that will be on there. It's called I Pray.